When the Bible's talking about homosexuality, the Bible doesn't speak about loving, committed, monogamous same-sex relationships. They're talking about homosexual acts that are founded in unequal power dynamics. Meaning, typically what they're talking about is slave owners raping or having sexual relations with their slaves. Or if you know about those false gods, they have their own shrines. So shrines of false gods tend to have shrine maidens, and the shrine maidens tend to be young boys dressed in dresses and all that kind of stuff. And as part of their worship of that god, the shrine worshippers go and have sex with those shrine maidens, who tend to be boys. So the Bible is speaking about those kind of dynamics. They're talking about rape. They're talking about molestation and sexual assault, sex abuse, and all these kinds of things, which is not what we're talking about when we talk about romantic relationships between the same sex nowadays. We're talking about loving, committed, monogamous same-sex relationships where people want to live with the same-sex partner for the rest of their lives. They're committed to each other. They want to have children. They want to get married. Basically what heterosexuals have. Right? This type of same-sex relationship we're talking about. And that is not what the Bible is talking about. One, they didn't actually have the word homosexual in biblical times. It came out in the 1800s. So the word itself didn't even exist. And back in the biblical times, what was prevalent and what was known was not loving relationships. It was the unequal power dynamic, homosexual acts we're talking about. So the Christians of that time were speaking up against that. And so read the Bible in its historical context. That means studying what the Bible says, knowing that the clobber passages that are being used against the LGBTQIA community take it out of historical context.